Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? How was your night? Were you able to sleep? How was the dreams? Like, this energy is doing the most. I don't know if it is because I'm a Leo and this really affects fixed signs. Taurus and Scorpios even more, but also Leos and Aquarius. I don't know if that is the case, but I was not able to sleep. I occasionally have that on full moons. That is difficult for me to sleep, but like it hasn't happened in such a long time. But yesterday and even the day before, and I think even the night before that one, it was really difficult for me to fall asleep. So let me know in the comments if that was the same thing for you. If you're watching the live or you're watching the replay, because I'm trying to see something. No, but yeah, the energy is really, really high. We have a lot of energy going on at the moment. It is not just a full moon, which already is intense and already helps us to end something. It is a culmination. The moon is being full before it reduces again to start a new moon. But it is an eclipse. And eclipse energy is always very, very heightened. So it's a lot of energy that helps us to end specific patterns, specific cycles, specific things, relationships, patterns that we have within ourselves of behaviors or whatever it is. Depends on where in your astrology chart the planets are in, like check the houses where Taurus is in, for example, Taurus and Scorpio. But then you can also check Pisces as well. But yeah, so the total lunar eclipse in Taurus is also conjunct Uranus and the North Node. And the North Node, if you don't know about that, the North Node is the energy that we are supposed to embody more of in this lifetime and let go of the energy that represents our South Node. You can calculate your North Node and South Node by just Googling it, South Node, North Node calculator or whatever, and you're going to find out what energy, what zodiac sign represents your North Node and your South Node. And then you are supposed to embody more of the energy of the zodiac sign that is in your North Node and let go of the energy of the sign that is in your South Node. But yeah, since this the total lunar eclipse in Taurus is conjunct the North Node, it propels us toward the future at like a speed, like a really crazy energy that we haven't felt in a while. The next total lunar eclipse that is so intense like this one is going to be, I believe I read, in 2025. So it's not going to happen every year. We have a total lunar eclipse every year. We have two eclipse seasons every year, actually, between end of April, beginning of May, and then again end of October, beginning of November. But the intensity of this specific one that we are in right now is not going to be before, like I said, I believe 2025. So it will bring up shocking truth. It will bring up shaking up our foundations, because specifically it's also conjunct in Uranus, and Uranus is a planet that really shakes up shit. That really is like, okay, until now this person didn't get it, I need to shake up their life. Which not necessarily has to happen in your life, but if there are some things that you really had a blind eye surrounding, like maybe a ex-partner or current partner, or it can be literally anything, but you kind of turning a blind eye to that topic, can even be within yourself, then Uranus is trying to shake this up so that you understand that this needs to be released and that you need to get back on track, basically. So we will feel this collectively, but also individually. And there's a lot of other things going on, but I don't want to bother you with what exactly all of that means. if you want to go deeper into that and really understand it, and also have a practical practice surrounding this energy that can help you with this uncertainty, I still have the replay from the total lunar eclipse channeling session that I had last Sunday. The energy exchange is 22 euros. You can write me a DM, you can write into the comments here, you can write me an email, however you want to contact me. And I'm going to talk to you about how we can do it with the energy exchange, and then I'm going to send out the link so that you can watch it. I go much deeper into the astrological events in that session, and then there is a self-regulating, like a technique to self-regulate your emotions, and then I channel specific messages that are necessary for the people that were in the live of the session and that purchased the replay. So that would include you as well. Because energy doesn't know time, energy doesn't know distance. It doesn't matter if you were in the live when I was channeling, you will still receive the message that you need to receive. So if that is something that you would like to go deeper into, that would be your chance. Other than that, I will go into what the energy types, the human design energy types, need to know for this month of November. I don't know if you were able to already watch the very short live that I had on Instagram for an introduction to let you know what came through for me for the meditation for each energy type. So I will repeat that now, and then I will go into each energy type's energy again to go deeper into it and elaborate of what that exactly means with the help of my cards. In the channeling session that I just talked about that I had on Sunday, I channel without divination tools, but it is pretty taxing in energy. So this why in these offerings that I do for free, like this one here on YouTube, I still use the divination tools, because usually after a channeling session for several people, I really have to retreat afterwards and I can't do much. And yeah, I don't want to do this now. So I use my tools that I have to really get deeper into the messages. So we start, like always, with the generator. The generators make up about 30 to 33% of the population. That's why I always start with the generators, because chances are pretty high that you are a generator when you're watching. If you don't know your energy type, you can Google human design energy type or human design calculator or just human design. You will probably still find a calculator like this, and you would need your energy type. You would need your birth time, your birthplace, and your birth date to calculate your energy type. And if you want to do this now, do it now. Come back to the video so that you don't miss your message. I will start with the generator now. So what came through for the generators is fight it. My guides were just saying fight it. And I was like, okay, but what do they have to fight? And what came through then was fight the mundane. Fight the boredom. Fight the things that keep you stuck in doing the same thing over and over again, specifically the things that you know are not good for you. And in order to do that, you have to tap into discipline. We definitely have energy in this eclipse season at the moment that helps us with discipline, because we have a T-square to what was that? Well, there's an energy, I can't remember right now, but there's an energy that really helps us with discipline. And so use that energy for yourself, go within that energy, and really figure out a way of how you can tap into that discipline to be able to switch up the mundane, the boredom, the things that you are looping on, okay? So let me cleanse my cards real quick. So the most important thing to know for you is that it is about action taking for you right now. So the T square was between Saturn on top, exactly. So between Saturn and Aquarius, and Saturn really helps us with the discipline. Okay, so it is about action taking for you this month. It is about, or not, like when you are overdoing things, and that is, you know, also bringing up a bit of boredom just because you are just doing the same thing on a daily basis over and over again, and it just really, you know, starts to be boring for you, then that just means maybe you need to chill a little more. Maybe you need to implement a few things into your life that helps you to retreat from the energy of overdoing, okay? But it definitely is about shaking things up. If you are not going to do it, the energy will, okay? So let's see what comes up for the generators here. Okay, just imagine you send your energy to me right now. Close your eyes, be open to receive this message. What is it that the generators need to know, Spirit? Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Send another one. One more. Thank you. Okay. So the first two cards that flew out, the Tower, the one that, everyone is fearing, besides the Death card. But the Tower just really indicates that something has to crumble, that something needs to go to make space for the new to come in. And that most definitely, or most probably, is a thing that you're feeling right now. You feel that something is crumbling. You feel that something is, you know, not working out anymore. That the foundation you built something upon is really falling apart, right? And it coming out with the Ace of Cups really indicates for me that in order for something new, oh my God, for something new to come in, what the Ace of Cups is really indicating, specifically something emotionally important to you, that not necessarily only has to mean love or romantic love. It can also be something emotionally important for you when it comes to your career, when it comes to your purpose, when it comes to you achieving what you want to achieve, like your goals. But in order for that to happen, this needs to happen first. Like, this camera is reversed, so like it's really difficult for me to navigate this. But like, in order for this to happen, for this new thing, this overflowing, beautiful energy, for you to be able to receive this needs to happen first. And the second card that came out is the Nine of Pentacles. So it probably is more career related than love related for the most of you. And in tarot, I don't know if you know that, I don't know if you are into tarot, but in tarot, if it's not a major arcana card, the cards always go from 1 to 10. And here we are having 9 of Pentacles. So that is just right before culmination, right? So like something that you are working towards when it comes to your career, when it comes to establishing resources, when it comes to establishing a foundation. You can see a lot of lush energy surrounding that, very earthy energy. The Pentacles are earth energy. And this is why this feels like a foundation that is right before culmination. So for this to happen for you, which is most probably very emotionally taxed, very emotionally like filled up with emotion for you because it's so important to you. This needs to go, right? It might be a pattern, it might be something that you are afraid of doing. It definitely is related to a decision that you have to make, because we have the Two of Wands here as well. Wands is about fire energy, is about taking action, and the twos are always about making a decision. It's like one or the other. The person in this card specifically is holding the world in his hands and really having their back towards us and more towards the future, into the distance. He looks into the distance, specifically with having the world in his hands. For some of you, that is a more specific message here. It might not be for everyone, but for some of you, that might be get your shit together and hop on that plane and go towards where you want to go. Some of you maybe need to leave behind their home or the place that they were staying in for so long. And that is what is going to bring in this for you if you take that leap of faith. Okay? So that is what I'm getting from here. And that, you know, like really works with the energy of what I was receiving during my meditation. Fight it. Fight the mundane. Discipline. Right? Like you have to get disciplined. You have to make that decision. You have to get out there. You have to take that step and not be afraid of doing so, and really take the steps that are necessary to make this happen, and let fall away what needs to fall away. If you are not letting it happen and surrendering to it, or even taking action steps to let this fall apart, the energy will do it for you. And that sometimes might be even more uncomfortable than when you do it yourself. So you really have the choice here, right? Do you want to let it happen to you and it might be more uncomfortable, or do you have the courage to do it yourself? Let's see what the Moonology cards have to say for the generators. I haven't touched these cards in so long. Okay, Spirit, please let me know what else it is that the generators need to know for this eclipse energy and the month of November. Okay, Spirit, what is it that generators need to know? Thank you. That's it. Okay. So we have take time to breathe out. I have a feeling that this is specifically for just a few of you, because before I had the feeling that fighting the mundane is about only boredom, but then it came up for me that it might also be for some people that they are overworking and doing too much, and that becomes boring to them, that they want this to be shaken up. Like, you know, just having a life of a 9 to 5, going to the job, like waking up in the morning, going to the job, coming back home, having a few hours for yourself, and then needing to do the same thing all over again the next morning for 5 days, right? So take a breath, you know, take a pause, take a break. It is necessary for you to also be able to go within and rest and go into the feminine energy and not just overdoing so much. Because in order to receive something, The only way of receiving something is being in the feminine energy, right? You make a decision at some point in your life based on your intuition, I hope, not on your head. And then you use your head to structure a plan of how it is possible to attain that thing that you want to manifest, that thing that you want to achieve. And then you're working for it. You take aligned action, right? But sometimes along the way, we just fall into the patterns of just doing, right? Because our expectation is a specific thing, like we expect it, that manifestation to come in a specific time frame. And when it doesn't come in that time frame, we start questioning our abilities to attain that manifestation. And then we tend to do even more, be even more productive, work even more, because we feel like we haven't done enough. But that is so far from the truth, because usually what we need to do then, when we took aligned action and are working for it, at some point we need to do this. We need to chill and let it just happen and come in, right? And then the next card that we have is prosperity lies ahead, which is Taurus energy, which is interesting. Even though it's new moon in Taurus energy, it is Taurus energy, and we have the full moon, the eclipse in Taurus right now, which is about resources and about money. So this specifically is a topic that is being upgraded for us, within us and in the collective as well. So in order for this to come in, not just the prosperity that is related to money and resources, but also the abundance in itself, in everything in life. It's not only just about money, even though that is definitely a topic here for you, or for some of you at least, but it is the abundance in general, the abundance of love you receive, the abundance in friendships that you have, the abundance in food that you are able to consume, the abundance in music that you are able to experience, the abundance in nature that you are able to experience when you go outside. All of this, right? So in order to receive this, sometimes we need to take a step back and chill and just be there and be like, I'm ready. I'm here. I'm ready to receive it now, because I did all of the other things. I listened to my intuition. I made up a plan how to get to this thing, how to achieve this thing, structure, right? And then I stepped into discipline, aligned action, and I started working for it. Then the next thing that needs to happen is having that trust and just being like, okay, I'm ready now to receive it because I did everything. Now it's your turn, universe, right? And then on the bottom of the deck, we have luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. And the new moon in Sagittarius is the next moon cycle that is coming up in 2 weeks. So there might already be something coming for you during that time of the new moon in Sagittarius, since you're on 9 of Pentacles out of 10, right? You're very close. And Spirit really asks you right now to slow down and chill and receive and trust that it's going to happen, even though it feels shaky right now. Okay? Okay, generators. That was your message. We are now going further in the line, talking about the manifesting generators. What came through for the manifesting generators in my meditation was open up to receive. And then I was like, what are we needing to open up to receive what? Because I'm a manifesting generator too. And then my guide said it in a very cheeky, smiley voice, prosperity. So that is pretty, like, similar to what we just had as a message for the generator, which makes a lot of sense because manifesting generators are a hybrid out of generators and manifestors. And generators and manifesting generators in human design have the same strategy and the same not self theme and signature. So they have a very similar base, a very similar foundation when it comes to how the energy wants to be embodied, right? So let's see what else it is that we are receiving for the manifesting generators. Okay, manifesting generators, when you're out there watching the live or the replay, send me your energy right now. Okay, Spirit, what is it that the manifesting generators need to know? I'm seeing fishies swimming in a stream. So definitely, ooh, a lot is flying out here. Okay. That's it? Okay. When I see fish, like, swimming in a stream, that just really means what it means. What exactly it is that you are seeing. And it is, you need to be in the flow, right? You need to go with the flow. So, yeah, that really already speaks to me. Okay, so the first thing that we have is justice. When the justice card comes up, it's either more so about you needing to be more in balance with yourself, because we have the scale here, right? Libra energy. You need to be more also in balance with the feminine and the masculine, but also with anything in life, basically. And when it comes to this energy that I'm feeling here, like open up to receive the prosperity, is also much more being in your feminine. And we also have the Four of Swords as the next card, which is the ultimate card for you need to rest more, which is the ultimate card for you need to chill. You need to retreat. You need to go within, not just chill, Netflix and chill, and just like don't do anything and, you know, like bombard your consciousness with movies and Netflix and social media. That's not what I mean. You need to retreat, meaning you need to slow down. You're doing too much and you need to go within more, which is feminine energy, which is slowing down, which is getting into receivership in order to be able to receive the prosperity, right? And when you are able to really do that, there's going to be forward movement. We have the Chariot here. There's going to, like, something is going to move forward. If it's something career related that you are really wanting to achieve, the next level, the next step, maybe you are working towards a promotion, or when you work for yourself, you're working towards a new offering that you want to put out there. It's going to happen, but not when you are overdoing or like being too productive, overproductive, right? And really, because in order for us to receive something, we have to get to the level of self-worth that matches the energy of whatever it is that you're trying to call in. And when you are trying to get to that level of self-worth by being productive, and you're really attaching your productivity to your self-worth and sense of self in general, you're going to burn out. This is not what I mean by matching your self-worth to the frequency of whatever it is that you're trying to call in. Because it is our birthright to achieve the things that we want to achieve. Not what our ego wants to achieve, but on a soul level, what we're here to achieve, because what our soul decided to experience in this lifetime, to achieve in this lifetime. You have to When you figure out what that is and then working towards that, then you have to tend to your self-worth to really build that up for yourself without doing everything on the outside, working too much, working too hard, overworking, doing too much, up to the extent of being burned out, being a people pleaser, doing too much for other people. You have to tend to yourself. What is it that you are lacking? What is it that you are still looping on that was difficult for you as a child to navigate through because that trauma was put upon you through whatever it was that your parents were modeling for you or how they treated you? You need to give yourself what your parents, your caretakers weren't able to give you in order to set that self-worth straight. That goes for wanting to call in love just as much as calling in money. Because money or resources or achievements, right? Because resources, money, that energy of money that represents money is the same frequency as receiving love, because both of them are tied to your self-worth. Your self-worth has to be on the right energy and the right frequency to achieve love or money, to achieve love or the goal that you set for yourself in your career. It all boils down to your self-worth, right? And in order for the movement, the forward movement here to happen, you need to balance out rest. Not necessarily prioritizing rest. For a few of you, you definitely need to prioritize rest. Like I feel a lot of energy of people like just being on a treadmill and just running and doing and like trying to achieve it every single day. Everything needs to be in balance. Everything needs to be in balance. Okay? But also there's an energy of a few of you holding onto your money and really, like maybe it was a bit difficult for you to make extra money at the moment, and you have too many things to pay, too many bills to pay, too much money is going out of your pocket and not enough money is coming in, so you're trying to hold on to that money that you have. I don't try to tell you don't save up money for specific things that you want to achieve, but also try not to hold on to it too much, because money is an energy and money wants to be in flow. In order for money to come to you, you have to let money go. It wants to be in the flow. Like when you let go money from your field, it will return, right? So that goes for a few of you. Definitely goes for me at the moment. So that was a reminder for me as well. And then we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is about this air energy. It's about the mind. It's about overthinking. It's about communication. And in this case, it really is about also balancing out your thoughts. Everything surrounding the money that you're trying to hold on to, everything surrounding the thing that is not moving at the moment for you, it's all in your mind. You're overthinking too much. You're being too rigid when it comes to clarity about the things that are happening. And with Uranus in the mix of the energy that we have at the moment, which shakes up things and really does it in an unexpected way, try to expect a positive outcome from this instead of a negative outcome. Because the Queen of Swords is really good at being balanced in how she communicates, but not just with other people, but also with herself and her mind. And there needs to be a balance as well. You need to be just to yourself as well and balance this out. just, I think yesterday, I posted a video on Instagram and also on my TikTok about the difference between anxiety and excitement, because there is no difference. Anxiety and excitement is the same fucking thing. What we feel, what we label as anxiety or excitement, is an intensity of energy rushing through our body. And the only thing that makes it either anxiety or excitement is what we label it as. When you feel this intensity of energy within you when you are taking action on something, when you made a decision on something, you in your mind tell yourself, ooh, I'm anxious. But that's because you fear the outcome. You fear that the outcome is going to be a negative one. That's why you feel anxious about it. But when you feel the same intensity of energy and you label it as excitement, it's because you expect a positive outcome. And that is the balance that definitely here needs to be established again, right? In the mind and resting, which is also swords energy. You need to rest your mind, you need to rest your soul, you need to rest your physical body. Balance it out. Okay? So let's see what the Moonology cards have to say here for the manifesting generators. Okay, Spirit. What is it that the manifesting generators need to know about this eclipse energy, about the energy of this month? What energy do the manifesting generators need to know, Spirit? Please send me your energy, manifesting generator. Let me know in the comments if that resonates with you. Thank you. Oh, you can make this shit up. Thank you, Spirit. That's it. Thank you. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. And are you seeing the fishies? I'm like, I do not kid you. This is exactly what I was seeing in my mind. In like this picture. So you need to be in the flow. You need to stop overdoing one thing and neglecting the other. Okay? So please, please invite more rest into your life. I've been resting since I'm back from my trip in Egypt. I left Egypt on October 1st. So I'm really, really prioritizing rest for over a month now because I was just exhausted. Integrating all of that energy, I was just really sleeping in much longer hours. I neglected my morning routine while doing so, which is not advisable. But I slept in and then I woke up like later than I wanted to. And then I felt like, okay, now you need to go to work. Now you need to do something. You know, you already rested yourself. You already slept in longer. But just sleeping is not really helping your mind to be rested. It's not really helping your mind to be balanced out. At least not for me. We all kind of need some sort of a routine that tends to our mental health. And for me, that is, you know, like my usual deprogramming hypnosis that I do in the morning, or meditation, and then some movement. And I definitely was lacking on that. So I integrated this back into my life, but I'm still taking it slow. I'm still sleeping in if I have to, because I created a life for myself where this is possible, obviously, all right? But that means for people that have to have, like, they work in a 9-to-5 job, to then, you know, don't go out with the people And don't go to the concert, don't go to the party, don't go to the restaurant, but stay in to give your body what it needs. And don't watch Netflix, but meditate or journal or, do some yoga or whatever it is that helps you to quiet your mind and helps you to tend to your mental health. And the next card that came out is nothing is yet set in stone. So you trying to hold on to that money because you are afraid of, because you're anxious, because you label that energy that you feel while spending money as anxious instead of excitement, you are expecting a specific outcome, but nothing is yet set in stone, is what Spirit wants you to know. You have to trust yourself. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have don't let your past hold you back. And it's South Node energy. That's exactly the energy that we've been talking about right now in this eclipse. You need to let that go, right? All of these loops, all of these old patterns that you're looping on, all of these old shit that is coming up for you, you really need to let that shit go, okay? Super important. Okay, manifesting generators. That's it for you. What is it that the projectors need to know, Spirit? So what came through for the projectors in my meditation is lay low. Don't overdo it, specifically when it comes to work. Okay. Oh, is that for the projectors? Okay, something else came through for the manifesting generators. Grounding. Grounding, not just resting, but grounding. Do things that ground you. Walk in nature, do some root chakra meditation work. Put your hands in soil in your plants if it's too cold wherever you are. Go into nature, something that grounds you, okay? Thank you. Okay, projectors. Spirit, what is it that the projectors need to... let me cleanse this again because I jump back and forth between the projectors and the manifesting generators now. Okay. Oops. Okay, Spirit. Thank you. So, what else is it that the projectors need to know? What do you mean by lay low, don't overdo it, specifically work? It's very similar energy for everyone until now. Okay. So projectors, send me your energy. Close your eyes. Imagine the energy flows through the screen into the cards. If you're watching the replay or you're here with me live, it doesn't matter. This one. Thank you. Okay, what else is it that the projectors need to know, Spirit? What else is it that the projectors need to know for this eclipse energy? And the energy for November. Thank you. Thank you. Another one. One more. Ooh, two more. Okay. That's it. Yep. Okay, so. Okay. So. It's definitely something new that wants to come in here for you. Okay. It's steady. It's slow. It's not going to rush in. Not slow in the sense of you have to wait for it for years or very, very long. But it's going to be something steady coming in. And that is related to you needing to lay low. That is related to you needing to be also receptive, right? Trusting that whatever it is that wants to come through, that wants to come in for you, is on its way. For a few of you, this will be love related. This will be either a new relationship or deepening the relationship that you are in right now. And that is also related to okay, interesting. But this is definitely not something that goes for everyone, but for a few of you, that person that wants to come in, that usually like actually really seems very like a romantic thing right here. It either for a few of you is not romantic related, and it means that it's going to be an offer or a new person when it comes to your career and what you want to achieve in your personal life. So this might not necessarily be a business partnership or a cooperation, but just a person that brings you specific message, or that brings you something that helps you to step into this new role when it comes to career. Because you have been missing your calling. Because you have been ignoring what you're really here to do. You have been not necessarily consciously ignoring it. It's not like, you know, like it is super, super clear in your life and you're like, oh, I'm so afraid, I don't want to do it. Even though that might be the case for some of you. But you were just too, you know, overburdened, overwhelmed with other things that you were not able to hear the calling. So that's interesting. But we definitely also have the Tower card for you. So there is something that needs to be released, like with everyone with us in this time right now, in order to be able to hear the calling, in order to be able to really get to the next level, to receive the entire prosperity and abundance that you want to achieve, because we have the Ten of Pentacles for you. You are definitely ending a cycle, or coming to an end of a cycle where a lot of prosperity awaits you, a lot of happiness, a lot of things that you are working for a while. I want to pull a card on the Judgment card here. Spirit, can you tell me more about the Judgment card, please? I need more clarity when it comes to the Judgment card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. So you have been too impatient about this calling in the past, and then you might have been too afraid of staying on that path only. I feel like you have not quit on that path. You're still doing that thing, but you put it back on, into the drawer of the side hustle. You're not giving it your all. You went back to a 9-to-5 job maybe, or you're thinking about it, going back to a 9-to-5 job, and not really giving it your all, what you know is your purpose. But this will be changing with this eclipse. There will be more clarity coming in, maybe through a person, a new love that really, really supports you in that thing. Or it might not necessarily be romantic, but it's going to be a person that you really emotionally connect to that will help you to see this. And that's why it's a lay low and don't overdo it. Don't overwork what came through in the meditation, because when you're overworking yourself, specifically as a projector, you are not open to receive the messages, specifically when you're a splenic projector. When you're a splenic projector, the spleen talks to you very, very subtle. In order to not miss it, you need to be very in tune with your energy. And when you're working too much, a 9-to-5 job is not for projectors. When you're doing this too much, you're not able to be balanced enough in order to hear your intuition speak to you. I don't want to say that you're never able to do it, but there are moments where you're going to miss it. When you are an emotional projector, you might don't give yourself enough time to make a decision. When you have one of the other authorities, you're also not listening to it the way it's intended for you to listen to it. Okay? So give yourself a break, tune in more in order to hear your calling. Again, the same thing goes for you as well. When you are not doing it yourself, this eclipse will do it for you. And this might be a bit uncomfortable. It's not a bad thing, you know. You will still get where you want to go. You will still be pushed towards the thing that you need to do. But it might be a little bit more uncomfortable than it has to be in order to come here and get here. Okay? Okay. What else is it that the projectors need to know, Spirit? What else do the projectors need to know for this eclipse and the month of November, Spirit? Thank you. Is there anything else? One more shuffle or one more card? One more shuffle. This one? Okay. Take time to breathe out, lay low, chill, you know, not in a sense of not doing anything, but in order for you to be balanced enough again to not miss your intuition and your calling. Because nothing will come out of this situation. Nothing, like you overdoing it when it comes to work and trying to do the right thing. Specifically as projectors, you are being conditioned into believing that you are a generator or a manifesting generator. That you have to do life the way they are doing it. But you don't. As a projector, you are here to do so many different things than being a powerhouse of doing it all. You're doing it in your way. You're really good at being efficient. You're really good at looking at things from a bird's eye view and be like, if I'm doing it like this, I'm going to be done so much quicker. The biggest misconception when it comes to the projectors in human design is that they think they always have to like go to sleep and have to retreat and they're not able to work as much as everyone else. That's not the truth. But when you are working too much in something that is not intended for you, and you're doing it in a way like generators and manifesting generators are doing it, then you're going to feel depleted. Because you don't have to. You're so good at doing things more quickly and more efficient than all of us. Okay? And that is also meant by not overdoing it. You don't have to do it like the generators. Nothing will come of this situation but you being burned out. Okay? Okay, projectors. Thank you, Spirit. Let me know if that resonates in the comments. I would love to know if we have projectors in here. Let's talk about the manifestors. Okay, Spirit. So what came through for the manifestors is you are ready. Then I asked, what are they ready for? The next step, specifically in your career. Okay, so let's see how exactly is that to be understood, and where exactly in your life is this to be applied. Okay, Spirit, so what is it that the manifestors need to know? What do they need to be, what are they ready for? What is it the manifestors need to know for this eclipse and for this November energy, Spirit? What are the manifestors ready for? Whew. Thank you, Spirit. What are the manifestors ready for, Spirit? Thank you. What? Which one? No, this one. Okay. This one? Thank you. Everything is falling into place for you, manifestors. Everything is happening the way it needs to happen. But what you need to pay attention to is this right here. Don't look towards the things that you are not happy with and risking to miss something new being handed to you. Because you are ready. Everything is falling into place. Everything is happening the way it needs to happen. For you, it also is about balancing out what needs to be balanced out. Like something from within, deep down, wants to come up to be released. Okay? Something wants to be released, and in order for this to be released, you need to balance out the two. Oh my God, this inverted camera is really complicated for my brain to process. The two dogs, the two wolves, the two sides of you within you needs to be in balance. I have a very close friend of mine who is a manifestor that I deeply, deeply appreciate and in many ways look up to and see as a very close friend who knows exactly how to do this. Balance out these two energies within her, not being afraid to go deep and let the shadow side come up. And I think what is happening for everyone that is a bit overwhelmed with this energy right now, not understanding that they indeed are ready for the next step in their career, is because they are paying too much attention to the aspects within themselves that are not yet being fully released. And that's why they are, in German you said schmollen. I don't know the English word for this, but that's why they are like in an energy of like, ugh, I don't like this. This is not the way I wanted it. I expected something else to happen, but it is happening. You're just looking into the wrong direction. And the thing that wants to come up comes up for you to be released. It's the moon card. We are in eclipse season. That's what is intended to happen. Okay? So let it happen. Look at the thing you don't want to look at. Look at the thing, not the thing you don't want to look at, but look at the thing that you're not happy with. But then let it go so that you don't miss the thing that wants to be handed to you, because it is happening. It is flying around right now, just waiting for you to receive it, just waiting for you to open your arms and let it, fly in right there where it needs to land. We also have the Five of Swords. This is usually about conflict between you and someone else, but when it comes to the other cards, it really more gives me a feeling of like you have a conflict with yourself. You don't want to look at the parts within yourself that you are maybe still a bit ashamed of or feel guilty about, because you've been conditioned into believing that these things are something to be ashamed of and feel guilty about, which is the shadow that wants to come up so that you can release it. Okay? So the conflict is within your mind. The conflict is within yourself. Look at the things. Don't be afraid to look at it. That is specifically what the eclipse energy tries us to understand and do in this time. Okay? Okay. What else is it that the manifestors need to know for eclipse season and for this upcoming month? Or this month, we are already in November, right? Okay, what else is it that the manifestors need to know, Spirit? What else do the manifestors need to know? What else is it that the manifestors need to know, Spirit, for this eclipse energy? One more card or one more shuffle? One more shuffle. That was the shuffle already? Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. We're about to go into Sagittarius season. There will be no full moon in Sagittarius, but there will be a new moon in Sagittarius. But you're being asked to look at the bigger picture, and that's exactly that card. You're looking into the specifics, into what is exactly like in front of you right now. Or not necessarily in front of you, but where you put your attention, where you put your focus. And therefore you're missing what might be right in front of you. So look at the bigger picture. Take a step back and look at the entire thing and be open to let whatever wants to come up, because this wants to come up to be released so that you are not blocking yourself from seeing your blessings anymore, because prosperity lies ahead. You have also Taurus energy. I don't know, who was that? I think that was the generators. So prosperity lies ahead. Know that. Trust that. It's happening. Okay? Because you are ready for the next step in your career, if you believe it or not. Okay, manifestors. Let's go to the last ones, the reflectors. Okay, Spirit, what do the reflectors need to know? What came up for me in the meditation for the reflectors is play. Be more playful and enjoy simplicity. Let's see what exactly that means for you guys. What do the reflectors need to know for this eclipse season and this November energy? This one already? Okay. Oh my God. Okay. What else is it, Spirit? That's it. Thank you. That was a quick one. Okay. So, be more playful, right? You are needing to let something go. You need to leave something behind. And that is very much related to caring too much, overdoing, doing too much, caring too much for other people, people-pleasing tendencies. Okay, that I feel strongly that this is a thing for reflectors in general, not just for this month, because as a reflector in human design, you have no center activated in your body graph. So you're entirely open towards other people's energies. Therefore, it's very easy to fall into people pleasing as a reflector. But you are here to sample these energies, feel these energies for other people, and then reflect them back to these people. For them to handle it, for them to figure out how to fix that shit, for them to figure out how to get out of this shit themselves. You're only here to show them. You're not here to fix it for them. You need to let go of that. Because there is something new that wants to come in for you. Something wants to come in for you, but you are in danger of missing it. Okay? Also, you got this card, which we just had for the manifestors. Everything is falling into place for you. But only if you let it. See, these wands are trying to fly directly where they need to go, but you don't let them. You know, sometimes maybe other people are trying to really make it happen for you as well and be there for you and help you in this journey, for you to get to the next level of whatever it is that you want to achieve, want to do, right? But you are definitely doing too much, not just for other people, also in order for you to achieve what you want to achieve. It's good to do and work for things that you want to work for and achieve, but it feels like to me that you are doing too much and it's affecting everything. It's affecting your health, it's affecting your spirit, it's affecting your physical body. This card is usually a card of heartbreak. But in this case, it more feels like to me you are standing in your own way and you're breaking your own heart. Because you don't let the things happen for you. Because all of the things that want to fly and fall into place for you, you catch them and carry them instead of letting them fly on their own and come to you. Okay? And enjoy simplicity is what came through for me. Play, be more playful, be more joyful. Don't be so rigid and so hard all the time and just working and just doing. I mean, that is really like the overall energy for everyone. We're all doing too much. We're all working too much. We need to rest more, all of us, all of the energy types. Let's see what else is coming through for the reflector babies. Okay, what else is it that the reflectors need to know, Spirit? Thank you. Something else. What else is it? Ooh, thank you, Spirit. Okay. Yep. Emotions are running high and it's time to take action. In that sense, not to take action to do even more, but to push the brakes, right? Because you are already, supermoon energy right here. You are the only energy type that is ruled by the moon and not by the sun. When it comes to human design, we are all ruled by the sun, except for the reflectors. You are ruled by the moon. So this moon is doing a lot for you right now. It's filling your open centers up with energy, and that can be overwhelming. And when you're still trying to be this person and also trying to be the generators and the manifesting generators in this population, in this collective, which you are not, then this is going to happen. You're going to be overwhelmed with energy. It's going to be too much for you. And we don't want this to happen. So push the brakes, slow down, release these people-pleasing tendencies and the tendencies of trying to be overproductive so that the things can fall into place for you, because they really, really want to. They're already there, flying around, just trying to look for where they can fall into place in your life. But if you don't open up for them to fall into place, they don't know where to go and they're going to pass you and going to go to someone else. Okay, so it seems like we all are asked to slow down. Slow down when it comes to unaligned action. Don't stop everything. We still need to do something to get to the point where we want to go to. But for a lot of you, what Spirit is asking you to do is to open yourself up to receive. You already did enough. And you're just at the point where you need to be open to receive your blessings. And in order for that to happen, you need to trust and set your self-worth straight, that you understand that you indeed are worthy of receiving it right here, right now. Okay? Whew. Definitely read myself to filth. Thank you, Spirit. Let me know in the comments if that resonates with you. If you would still like to have the replay of the Eclipse channeling session to go deeper into the astrology and deeper into practical things that you can do, because I did a technique with the people in the live together to self-regulate emotions, because I know not just for the reflectors, this is the truth, it's for everyone. And that helps to self-regulate your emotions so that you are able to tap into your prosperity and your abundance and your birthright and all of the things that you want to achieve when you have balanced out your emotions and don't fall into anxiety and fear too much. Okay? If you want that replay, reach out in some way, Instagram, email, whatever, even here in the comments. And yeah, then I can send it out to you. If you want a private channeling session that is just solely for your energy, what you are meant to know, what you are meant to do, where you need to go to, where you can ask specific questions that I'm going to channel the answers for, you can find a way to book a channeling session on my website or via the link in my bio on Instagram, or you can also reach out for that. If you want a human design reading, same way, you can schedule a reading there as well. I also opened up 5 spots for my one-on-one mentorship for 8+ weeks. When I say 8+ weeks, what I mean is it at least will be 8 weeks. Sometimes it will be longer depending on your unique conditionings. But in this mentorship, we work through your core wounds and deprogram them with hypnosis. Everything will be based on your unique human design. And I'm going to accompany your journey in doing so. We will have a weekly call or a semi-weekly call. Sometimes there will be 2 weeks in between before we have another call. Again, depending on your unique energy and circumstances in life. But I will guide you through the shift that you want to go through and leave behind these old patterns. And there can't be any better time than starting something like this in eclipse energy. So if that's something for you, let me know, reach out, let's do it, let's schedule something. And I hope to see you wherever, next month here, or in the next channeling session for the new moon, or in the mentorship, or for reading, or on Instagram in the DMs. Have an amazing evening or day wherever you are, and try to rest more and enjoy this eclipse and what this eclipse is